All right, welcome back to the sports show with Bob Spino. How's it going, Bob?
Good, John. How you doing? We're gonna roll tonight. We got two more divisions to cover in the NFL. And in case you guys missed the other shows, we're going to the AFC West tonight. As I can see, John's all set for that with the Chargers,
Love
and
the
then we're gonna.
powder blue.
That's beautiful. I love that color. Not even kidding. And then we're gonna go to the East, and that's the biggie, the AFC East. So let's do it.
All right. So last year, Chiefs finished first, obviously, 14-3. They were pretty unstoppable. That's why they
Right.
won it all, right?
Right.
So
Yes. And where are my glasses?
we'll start with the Raiders here.
Okay.
What is your prediction on the Raiders finishing this year?
I got them down for 7 and 10. They don't have a quarterback. They're gonna have a tough time, and I don't really think they're all that good. I mean, they start the season this okay on the road, right? The white ones are on the road and the blacks are home. Uh,
Yep.
okay, yeah. At Denver, at Buffalo, I can see them going on 0-2. They can lose them both. Denver's a conference game, and the Bills are the Bills. I mean, they're going to beat them. The Steelers at home, that's one win. Chargers on the road, that's a loss. Green Bay at home in New England, that should be wins. That's three. I think they're going to lose to the Bears in Detroit. They're both on the road. The Giants and the Jets, uh, I think the Jets will beat them. So the Giants, I think they'll beat. So was that four now? Did I say? Yeah. The Finns will lose. The Chiefs will lose. The Vikings and Chargers, I think they'll lose them. Or maybe they'll win Minnesota. I'll give them five. The Chiefs will lose, the Colts will lose, and Denver will win six. And I must have missed one somewhere along the line, or maybe I just had it wrong. But I got them down for seven, John. 7 and 10.
Okay.
That's what I got.
I honestly I'm looking at this schedule, Bob, and I don't really have them favored here. I can't tell you a game on the schedule here where I think Vegas is going to have them favored. I mean, maybe the Packers. I could
Yeah,
see them being favored there. I could see them, if there's an injury somewhere here or there. I mean, I gotta assume they'll win one of the divisional games. Can't go 0-6, can they? I mean, I
they
think
don't have a
I'm
quarterback,
gonna
man. So Carr's gone, so I don't know. But you know what, John? You got to remember, they're playing some easy teams at home too that aren't that good. So when you're home, you got to take that into consideration. I think they can win six or seven. You know what I'm saying? I got seven. So again, okay, we'll do it one more time. Like um Denver loss, Buffalo loss, Steelers win, Chargers loss, Green Bay, New England, they can win both those games. They could. I don't believe in New England anymore. That's three. Um Bears, because it's on the road, I say a loss. Lions loss. Giants, Jets, well, they're both home. So I don't think the Jets will beat them, but the Giants I don't think will. They're not very good. So that's like four. Am I right? Did I say yeah,
yeah,
four?
you're up to four.
Okay. Finns, no. Chiefs, no. Vikings, Chargers. They'll win one of them. I think they'll win the Vikings. That's five. And then they'll win Denver six. And they just got to squeak one on the road out. I don't know if they can do it. It's going to be tight. Hmm.
I think maybe
Bears,
the
they
one.
could beat the Bears. They could beat the Bears on the road. They're not very good.
Yeah,
Um,
in October the weather doesn't really come into play. I was gonna say Los Angeles. The Chargers, as cool as this blue is, they don't really draw in a big crowd, so it's not necessarily a home game for them. You
right.
know, it's I'd almost say it's one of those like neutral sites at that point.
Well, yeah, the Chargers should have never left.
I agree,
You know,
but
I mean, they're home with San Diego, and I know San Diego really wants them back. You know, whenever you leave a place and you move into somebody else's building that's not your own, and you ought to know this being a Jet fan, right? That's
I
not a
we
home
we
field,
lived in Giant Stadium.
right? That's
We
right.
lived in mom and dad's basement for how long? You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
right. Hey, they didn't call it Giant Stadium for nothing. They never called it Giants and Jet Stadium. They just called it Giant Stadium. I remember when they had to leave Shea Stadium, the Jets, the West Side was going to build a stadium for them for a while. And then the people on the West Side went, "We don't want you." So I'm like, the Jets are so terrible, man. Nobody wants them. They're, they're like bums on the street. They're just looking for a home. I mean, and yeah, I mean, but it's never good. UCLA did it too. For years they played in the Coliseum. That was USC's home stadium. Still is. So, and they used to cram UCLA into a little, box of a locker room and treat them like crap. And USC would go out there and go, "We're kicking your ass again. Congratulations, you're gonna lose." And we did every year. But when we moved to Pasadena, that all changed. The whole thing changed. And then we got Aikman as a quarterback. And then we got Neuheisel, who we had on this show as a quarterback. And all of a sudden, Neuheisel actually beat Miami, the old Hurricanes that were great. We beat them in a bowl game one of those years. It was a bowl game. And Neuheisel was the MVP. And so, yeah, it's always tough when you don't have a real home.
But you got to start somewhere at the same time, and you work your way there, just like UCLA did. So
Right.
now the Jets have a 50% stake in this stadium now, and
Well,
that's
this
why
to
some
me,
people call it Jet Life Stadium at this
oh,
point instead of MetLife Stadium.
right. You just
So
fired Snoopy and you hired the Jets' new mascot. But you know what? No. Well, this stadium's not Giant Stadium. This stadium hasn't been all that good to the Giants since they moved.
nor the Jets, but
Right, right.
either way, I think I'm gonna come back here, and I'm gonna say 2 wins.
Two
I'm gonna give them.
wins?
Yeah, I'm gonna give them the Packers, and I'm gonna give them Denver at the end of the year.
Yeah.
I think maybe they could win against the Giants. Maybe they,
Yeah, they can. Giants ain't gonna be that good, John.
if there's another, there's always injuries come into play here, but I think they're gonna be pushing for that 1 seed.
Uh, well, injuries do come into play. Who's going to be the quarterback for them this year?
I
Who do they
mean, it
got?
was Garoppolo, but he's always hurt. You can never
Right.
count on him.
I don't even remember him playing all that much last year for him.
That's why it was the Brock Purdy show.
Right. Right.
So, but we'll move on. We
I
got
got him.
Denver.
I got him for 6. You got him for 2. Okay. Wow. That's wow.
Yep.
Okay. Denver. I got them 8-9. 8-9. Um, I think they'll win at home against Vegas. I think they'll lose in Washington.
I agree.
Yeah, they'll lose. Oh wait, these first 2 games are home. I'm sorry. It's hard to tell with these different shades here.
Yeah. All right. It's
Well,
got the at symbol for the black.
right. I just noticed it. Okay. Vegas at home. Oh my. Well, they're the Raiders. What is that? That's weird.
Yeah. Vegas Raiders.
Right. And who they playing?
They're playing against Denver.
Oh,
Denver's the team.
Denver. Oh, okay. Okay. That's right. What am I doing? Well, they're playing home. I think they'll beat them first game then. Okay. And then they got Washington home. They'll beat them. Okay. Washington isn't that good. Although, again, I said this before, early in the year, the bad teams play better. At Miami, at Chicago, they'll lose at Miami. Chicago, they're going to lose. Jets at home. Wow. The Jets will beat them. At the Chiefs, forget it. Kansas City will beat them. By the way, Denver has not beaten Kansas City since Peyton Manning was there. They have lost every game to Kansas City. And I thought that's ironic because when the first year they got Peyton Manning, Denver, they were 8-8 the year before. And I said, he's never going to lose. They're never going to win less than 12 games every year he's there. And they won 12 or more every year he was there. And then his last year, when he was ready to leave, I said, once he leaves, they'll go back to 8-8. After Peyton left, the next year they were 8-8 again, right on the button, right on the button. And they beat the Chiefs the whole. He never lost to the Chiefs during the season, Peyton Manning. And ever since he left, the Chiefs have never lost to them. And now that we have the new Peyton Manning, we have Mahomes. I'm a Chiefs fan, guys. Deal with it. Anyway, but yeah. So okay, Denver's at home.
But two more losses before the bye week there. Kansas City and Kansas City.
Yeah, right.
They'll probably beat Green Bay though, don't you think, at home?
Uh, did I get that far yet? I didn't get that far yet. I stopped at Kansas City. Okay, so you got Vegas a win, Washington a win, Miami a loss, Chicago. I think they're going to lose. I do. So I got 2-2, and then the Jets will win 3-2, and then Kansas City will beat them 3-3. Green Bay they'll win 4-3, and then Kansas City lose 4-4. At Buffalo 4-5. Minnesota at home. I don't believe in Minnesota. 5-4. Yeah, Cleveland 6-4. Yeah. At Houston 7-4. At the Chargers loss. At Detroit loss. New England and the Chargers at home. They could win one. That could be 8. And then they got Vegas on the road. They're going to lose. Yeah, that's 8. Bingo, right there. That's 8. And that's what I think they're going to be. I finally got one right. Wow. But that's how I got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's probably about right. I think, they'll be Vegas, Washington, either Washington or Chicago. I think they win one of those, not both of them. I don't think they beat the Jets or Kansas City. I think they beat Green Bay.
Right.
So they go in with 3
They play
wins
Kansas
into the
City.
bye week.
Right. Then they play Kansas City again. So
Yeah.
then they
I'm
come
not
out.
giving if
They
they
got to go to
can't beat them
Buffalo.
away, they can't beat them home. Either.
Right.
I don't think,
Well,
I
any
just
chance they have to beat Kansas City would have to be at home. It would never be in Kansas City. Yeah.
I don't even know. I don't think so. I mean, they're both difficult places to play, and I don't think that they could beat them either way. I don't think
Oh,
they could beat
no, no, no,
Buffalo.
no, no, John. I agree with you. They're not going to beat them. But
I
any chance they have a better
Yeah.
chance at home. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, in theory.
Right. In theory.
Unless they want to play the spoiler game, or be the well, the '07 Giants there.
No, they ain't that. No.
Only
So
win
okay.
away games.
And then they come out of the bye. They're going to lose to the Bills, John.
Yeah, immediately. They do have a chance to beat Minnesota. I'm not gonna say it's a good chance.
No.
I think they'll probably beat Cleveland.
Right.
So I got them at 4 wins there. Houston, they should beat Houston 5. I think
Chargers
they'll
beat
beat the
no.
Chargers, maybe not away.
No.
Um,
No either. No. Detroit's going to
not
win.
They're not gonna beat Detroit.
No.
They have a chance to beat New England. Um, I'm gonna give them. I'll give them the win. We'll give them 6. I'm giving them 6. I'll give them New England and LA at the end of the year, but I give them a loss at the Raiders.
So you got 7?
I got them. I got 6. I had 3 going into the bye. Then I got Cleveland. I got New England, and Cleveland, Houston, New England. Okay, yeah, 7.
I got for 8. So we're pretty close on this.
Yeah.
It could go either way. If you're lucky, you get an extra win. If you're unlucky, you don't. So yeah. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, who we got next?
Next, the Chargers. Go Chargers.
I got them down for 13-4, John.
Wow.
And by the way, their quarterback just re-upped tonight. They just gave him an extension.
Big time money.
Yep.
Big time money. For somebody that's barely above 500 on the season, on his career in the regular season.
Right.
I think he's a great quarterback, but I don't know.
Okay, this is what I got. The Dolphins at home, they're going to beat them. I'm telling you right now.
Maybe point out the losses because you got them so few.
Yeah, the 4 losses at the Chiefs, at the Jets. And that's going to be a hell of a game, let me tell you. The Jets are playing all the good teams at home this year. I noticed that. I'm sure you like that. Let's see. At the Packer. Oh, I'm sorry. The losses you want. The Chiefs the second time, I think. They'll beat them. And then Ooh. At the Titans, I think they'll lose. The Vikings or Titans, one of those two they'll lose. Maybe both. It's possible.
You think they'll beat the Bills on the December 23rd there?
I do because the game's in Chargerville. So yeah, I do. Yeah, and I don't trust. I don't trust. I almost got hit in the head, punched in the face by a Bills fan 2 years ago because I said Josh Allen isn't what you think he is. He's not that good. Bill fans lost their minds, and I had to tell him the Bills are my second favorite team. The guy called me a liar. So then he was saying, "Can you name Bills in the past?" I named more Bills than he could remember. And then he got a little nicer. But when I said Josh Allen was overrated, the man was drunk. He wanted to be. He got me so mad. I marched into the other room with the other TV and actually rooted for 1 second for Tennessee to beat him that night. And Josh Allen fumbled on the goal line and we lost the game. And he was alone when I went back into the other bar across the way and drinking, just him and his drink, stunned. And I just looked at him as I walked past him out the door. But no, I don't. I just don't think he's the guy. He's really, really good. He's serviceable. But so is the plumber. He's serviceable too. I just don't think he's the right guy. I mean, he gets scared. His eyes get this big when the big moment comes. And no, he can't get it done. And we just got rid. What did we do? We just lost another running back. We have no running backs. I mean, Cook is going to be.
You got James Cook, and
Yeah,
maybe
he's going to be the
it'll
big
be the
guy.
Cook brothers at this point.
I think we should get both of them. We should get the big brother, the other Cook from Minnesota. But because I will say this, they drafted the best tight end in college. They did. And they're going to make him a slot guy. So that's good because, Mahomes, Allen's going to need that. But they got no running backs. You got to have at least one, and your quarterback can't be your main runner. That needs to stop.
It has not stopped since Josh Allen came into the league.
Well, that's why I think all running quarterbacks stink, dude. They don't make it. They don't win. Brady never ran. He won 1,000 times. Even Eli Manning never won. He won twice. He never ran. All the guys. The first scrambler ever that ran a lot was Fran Tarkington when I was a kid. You know how many he won? 0. And he's supposedly a legend. All these guys, you got to sit in that pocket and take those hits and make those throws. They're the ones who win. And you can say whatever you want about he's athletic. You know what that means? It means he can't throw the ball. That's what it means. Or better yet, the whole damn league is athletic. Or they wouldn't be in the damn league in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They wouldn't be there in the first. It makes me laugh. It's like the thing with Larry Bird. He wasn't that athletic. He was better than all you chooches. He's better than LeBron. Much. It's not even close. Go watch the old film clips. I watch young kids watch him that were LeBron fans. They're going, oh, boy, I was wrong. Oh, was I wrong? You're darn right you were wrong. He's more clutch than LeBron, too. He'd want the shot. LeBron passes it. He goes, I had another assist. You also stacked your team, bitch, boy. That's the bottom line. You ain't that good. And by the way, I will say this. Have you seen what happened to his son?
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Well, so is, you know what? The sins of the father kissing up to China, who made that flu, end up almost killing his son because those shots did it. They gave him that cardiac arrest. People are dropping dead every day now. They can't hide the truth no more. And I had a debate with my brother the other day. He goes, oh, no, you'll never know. I go, really? How you feeling? You got 3 of them. How you feel? You're lucky you're alive. He knows it. And he told me on the other show, one of the big show at the end. He told me and Rob, we were still on. He thought we were off. He was like, just between me and you guys, the shots did it. So my brother knows. And he did say it on. What he didn't know is we were still filming. He thought we were stopped filming, but it's the truth. And I'm sick and tired of all. And like I said, like the old Bible saying, the sins of the father falling on the son. Maybe now he won't hate the United States so much and love China so much. And it's horrible. What I feel so sorry for the kid. I do. I do. It's horrible. 19 years old. When's the last time a 19-year-old got a cardiac arrest? Come on. I know it.
It does happen, and
It,
and
it happens.
I would
It does
say
happen
too,
once in a while, but now it's
it
all
does,
now it's
and
all the time.
there's a reason that guys don't play basketball all day, every day, nonstop. I mean, like maybe he sees his father doing it and he's pushing himself to play as much as his father does. But his father is, over double his age there. So, you can't really be doing what he's doing because he's on another level. He's had the longevity, he's built himself up to be able to do what he's doing. And, idolizing the guys, work ethic like them and stuff like that, that's fine. But I think personally, some of these young kids are actually playing more than some of the NBA players, especially Ben Simmons, but that's another story.
Right.
They play a lot more than him, but you know,
Well, Ben Simmons is actually playing somewhere out there right now, and he just don't know it. He's out there playing video games and thinks he's
yeah, I was gonna say he's out there playing Call of Duty.
yeah. Call yes, yeah. See, how about the one I love Ben. He makes me laugh because he said that playing video games will help his back. That's so deep. I'm gonna sit and think about that for a little while. I mean, that's but Ben, he's doing something. I just don't know. It reminds me of Sherman Douglas, who played on the Celtics and I think the Nets a little bit. He played at Syracuse. He was a star in college, but he had problems. So one night I went to the game, years ago, and Sherman's running down the middle and laying a ball in the basket. And one jerk fan got up and went, "Hey Sherman, I hope us being in the same room with you doesn't upset you or anything." Wow, that was so cheap. That was a dirty shot. He was like, "I hope us being here doesn't upset you." I'm just like, that's so wrong. But fans, they don't care. They got no heart. But no, Ben's. I love Ben on the Nets because what's ironic? He wanted to go there to win, and everybody left. He's the only one left, and they can't get rid of him because everybody else is on to him. They know they don't want him.
They would want him if he played. I mean, he was coming out of college. He was a star.
I don't think so.
Everybody wanted him.
Yeah, I don't agree. Like he had a few really good games that first. He only what freshman year. I think he left after freshman year, right? I think. But he had good games, but again, it's the overblown. These people today are comparing these guys to people of the past, and they're not. Or, oh, he's great. Oh, I watched the Met game against the Yankees tonight. I could see 100 different things. I watched the whole game as I was playing trivia. And I realized, first of all, Ventos, who the Mets just brought up, he's a good hitter, but he cost them the game to the Yankees. He made 2 errors that cost them 3 runs. The Mets lost the game 3-1. They need to get him off at third base. He's not a third baseman, John. I can tell you right now. He threw the ball. You know what's funny? He go after he makes the error and to give up the runs. The next inning, the ball said, "Well, throw it away." He did. He threw it down the right field line. Slow roller. He went to get it. He just threw it right down the right field line. I was just like, you didn't have to listen to me. I was only kidding. I don't want you to really do that.
I'm glad he did. I mean, that was a great time for me.
Oh yeah, I
But
know. I know. I can't wait till you lose tomorrow. But anyway, you know,
yeah, so you got him 13-4.
I do.
I'm gonna say
I hope not.
I'm gonna
By the
say
way, one more thing I want to say. I had them losing to the Chiefs twice, and that's really big because I have the Chiefs similar record. So head to head may mean a lot.
yeah.
Yeah. What do you got them for, John?
I'm saying they go into the bye week 3-1. I think they'll lose to the Cowboys and Chiefs. They'll take out the Bears since it's a home game. It's 4. They'll beat the Packers again at the Packers 5. I think they'll beat the Ravens at home 6. I think they have a chance to win at the Patriots as well. We'll say 7. I'll say they'll beat the Broncos. They'll beat the Raiders. And then lose out.
So what do you got him for?
So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 and 9.
You got him for 8. You got him under 500? Oh, John. Okay, yeah, I want to win. That's fine. You
I
take it.
mean, they have a decently tough schedule. They got to play the Chiefs twice. I
Hmm.
don't think they'll beat the Broncos twice.
They have a tough schedule.
Uh, I think the Bills will beat them. I think the Jets will beat them. I think the
Buffalo.
Cowboys will beat them.
We put some money on the Bill game. I don't think the Bills are going to beat them. I like the Bills. I don't think they're going to beat them. And by the way, everybody, in case as I did say, I like the Chiefs too. They're my 1 and 2 favorite teams. So people don't get confused. But trust me, I know Buffalo go in there and they won't beat them. They won't.
We'll see.
Yep.
We'll see. I mean, Herbert just got paid, and a lot of times that lets people get laxed. Sometimes lets them take a couple weeks off. That might be one of his weeks off. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Because it's at the end of the season. But the Chiefs, what
Here
do
we
you got,
go.
Bob? Undefeated?
Well, we should be if I had my way.
There it is.
Uh, I think we're going to get the best record overall. That's what I put in my notes. And I think we're going to be 13-4. So we're going to be right there. Again, that's why I said San Diego, those head to heads are going to mean, you know, a lot.
So who do they lose to? I mean, I know there's a couple here that it's a maybe. They have the chance to lose to them, but who are you locking in? Chiefs are losing to.
All right. Mm. Oh, shoot. All right. Let me look at the homes too. We could lose to Miami because it's in Germany. It's not home. And Miami wants to get us. That could be one. I'm going to put that as one. But that one's a flip. Like the thing about the Chiefs, they're a flip of the coin because they're so good that the ones they probably might lose or could lose, they could win because they're that kind of good. Mahomes can win anywhere. The one thing about him, well, you know why he's the best, John? Is because he does the one thing the champions do. And you're a Yankee fan, so you would know this, sadly. You win, you win the tough games. You win the tough road games, especially. That's what makes you elite. See, a lot of players can win home games, John, but they can't win road games. And that's why they're good players, but they're not great players. They're not elite. That's what makes a person elite, to win the tough games at the big moment, especially on the road. That's what makes you elite. And Mahomes can do that. Brady, as much as it pains you to say it, me to say it to you, Brady did it. They all did it. And you know, that's what makes you elite. You got to be able to win those big games on the road. Okay. Game one, they'll win. They'll beat the Lions. They could lose to the Jags.
They could. I
They
was looking at
could.
that one. I think so.
They could. So I guess I picked 4, so maybe I'll take that. The Bears will win. Here we go, John.
This is going to be a tough one. This
I
is going to I think this is the
I think
game
the Jets
of the
can beat
season
them.
here.
I think this is 2. They could lose, but they won't lose 2 weeks in a row, even though they're going to Minnesota. If they lose to the Jets, they'll beat Minnesota. Yeah, they will. Um, Denver home, they'll win. The Chargers at home, they'll win. At Denver, they'll win. Miami's 2. The Eagles. Good thing that game's at home because that's
Yes,
if
very
that game
good.
was in Philly, I'd say 3 right there. The Raiders will win. The Packers will win. The Bills. Oh, good thing that's home. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, that one. The Bengals are at home. That's another one. Good thing they're at home.
Uh, okay. The Pats will win. Vegas will win. Cincy. Good thing that's home. The only tough road game they've got is against the Jets on the road. All the other ones they got at home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then the Chargers. You know what? I may have to irk that down to 2 losses or maybe 3. Yeah. Now that I'm looking at it again, and I want to go undefeated. I should just put the 0 there and be happy. But with this kind of schedule, no way. I mean, they really stacked the schedule. But again, they're all home except for the Jets. A game I'm going to go to, by the way. You can bet on it. So, that's an NBC game too. Sunday night, I guess. Right. So, but yeah, you know, I got them for 13-4, but I had them best record overall as well. And the reason I did, because I think they're going to win all the head-to-heads. The only pain in the neck that's in the way is the Jets because of Rodgers. If the game was in Kansas City, I'd say, we got this. But it's more than Rodgers. You built a good defense. You've got one. You have a good running back who's coming back. We'll see how he does with the injury. You never know. But I think he's going to be fine. And then you got somebody that can put the ball in the end zone, Aaron Rodgers. And you got a great wide receiver as well.
Oh, we're gonna break them down next show. Don't worry.
Do we
You
have
know.
to?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, I thought so. So it's going to come down. I got a bunch of teams here that are going to be, they're going to have some. I already told you the Bengals are going to be 13-4. I think San Diego's going to be right there. They could lose only 4. And then we got the Chiefs. I'm praying it's 2 and not 4, or 3 and not 4, because that will give them the home field for the playoffs.
I think honestly, the Chiefs are known for losing those games early in the year. Before they get once they mesh, it's over. Once Mahomes gets going, that's it. You can't stop him.
No, I know it.
Okay.
Last year he didn't do as bad. 2 years ago, the whole team didn't do good, and their first 4 or 5 games they were really bad. They started
Listen, but you couldn't stop him in the playoffs. Maybe it took him a little bit longer to get going, but Mahomes is the guy. I like to do sports betting. I have one rule for football. You don't bet against Mahomes. That's my
well, that's
one
right, and
rule.
it's smart. Well, you know what though? Um, he, I'm worried about the wide receivers, John. Does he have enough of them? And Kansas City didn't get any.
Fair.
And I'm concerned about that. Now, I understand he can make the ball boy score 5 touchdowns in a game every game because he's that kind of good, and the water boy even catch one for him. But uh, I'm concerned because they don't have it, and they didn't really address the running game either. Although McKinney and what's his name? It's escaping me now. The Rutgers guy.
Pacheco.
Yeah, Pacheco.
Yeah.
They're good. And if
Yeah, they
Pacheco's
are.
okay, if he's healthy, then they're fine. But it's the wide receivers I'm worried about. And will Kansas City get anybody? I don't know. I mean, we still got a little time, so they might.
Yeah, we do. We
So
do.
they might. Um, but
And
yeah,
you don't know how these guys improve too, because they did keep people, so it's not like it's only new guys and they're scrubs. You know what I mean? It's like they have some rapport at least. So, if they were able to, take that next step, it could be good. I mean, I think they lose. I'm gonna tell you right now, I think it's 3 losses max on here.
okay. And I have
Um,
4, and I can tweak that to you because what one I want to have them have no losses, like I said, and 2, they're good enough to. They're not good enough to go into. Well, this they are actually. I want to say that.
no,
Um,
they are. They are.
but
This is
with
tough
this
schedule though.
schedule,
I mean,
though, it's a brutal schedule.
they're playing good teams. I mean, the lucky thing, like you said, is they are home games minus the Jets, minus the Jaguars, minus Miami because that's in Germany.
In
But
Miami, that game was actually technically a Bill or a Chiefs home game.
yeah, but it's
And
not.
the
You
Chiefs
can't. You
lost out
can't.
on it. They
But
took.
we got less than a minute here, Bob. So I'm going to say they lose to Jacksonville. I'm going to say maybe the Jets. I'm going to say they lose to the Eagles. So I think that's going to be a surprise,
Oh,
even coming out of the bye.
you're
But
not so sure about the Jets, huh? Beating them?
it's a maybe. I'm going to say that's why I said 3 is the max. They might beat them, but don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you root for me in the comments here. Team John over Team Bob.
Okay, we got one more to do. Please come back. We're gonna do that shortly. Thank you and have a nice night.